What's up, family? Welcome to Ask the Mods.
where we challenge you to stop playing and start pushing.
This right here is my spectacular wife, Fiona.
And this right here, this is my debonair husband, Aigise.
Hey, check this out, y'all. Y'all might see some lipstick on my lips right now, and it's because my wife, she just
Kissed him.
kissed me. But y'all ain't gonna believe this. We actually just did probably about a 7-8 minute video. And we talking, we connecting, but we ain't recording. We doing everything but recording. And so we want to share with you all.
I can't believe we
what
just did that.
Shared, thinking that we were sharing it with y'all. We want to go ahead and recap and
do the best we can.
Yeah, because what we just talked about was really significant, and it's really about giving and receiving. And my wife, she gave something to me. She deposited something into my life while she was attempting to deposit it to you all, but now she will deposit it to you all.
Because we're actually recording.
We're recording now.
So today, what we wanted to talk about is how do you give feedback? Do you even give feedback? Is that something that you're even familiar with? And what I did is what I shared with my husband is that I was just recently on the way home, and we've been having some really good energy going lately, some good emotional energy, good intellectual energy, good sexual energy.
Mm-hmm.
All of that's been really, really tasty.
Yes, it has.
Has it? It's been really tasty.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Uh-huh. And so I called him. I said, "Hey, I'm on the way home, baby." He was like, "Hey, baby, all right, you coming?"
I ain't quite say it like
I
that.
knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say I ain't say it like that. Hey, baby. You didn't say it like that.
Nah.
But anyway, we were in a little vibe, right? And so then I brought up something to him that I wanted us to complete this evening and to talk about. And it was something that he wasn't feeling. It took him kind of off his...
Because I had my plan. I had my evening routine mapped out, and I was ready to get rolling with that routine.
And so when I came in the house, his energy, we was all in the hey babies. He was walking around, short sentences, real curt with me, not necessarily directing it towards me, but I know when he gets into that space, and I've talked to him about it before, it impacts me. I've, over the years, tried to block him because I know that, they ain't got nothing to do with me. He comes out of it, whatever. And that's what I generally tend to do. But I'm like, dang, I just came in the house, and can we still be in that space? Can we be, toes touching, fingertips connecting, lips kissing, just for a little while longer before we get into funk zone? Or, what you say I said in the last
the last video, you were saying I was on my man period.
Man period, like, hello. So anyway, what I did is I demonstrated when we weren't recording what it means and what it looks like to give your partner feedback with the intention of really getting some resolution, not just getting something off your chest, but really trying to get resolution. And I'm going to be 100%. 50% of the time, I'm trying to get resolution. The other 50% of the time, I'm just trying to get something off my chest because I am still growing. But I said, babe.
Well, hold up. Before you go there, I would say, while 50% of the time you're trying to get resolution, and the other 50% of the time you're trying to get, feedback?
No, I'm trying to get something off my chest. Like, I'm not being very intentional about how I'm doing it because I'm still growing.
And I would probably say that 100% of the time, to myself, I'm in a space of, I don't want to hear this shit. 100% of the time. Say that. It's probably about 70% of the time. And that's just to keep it real. I just really don't want to hear it because, again, I have my routine outlined, and I'm really not trying to, really tend to where you are.
70%? That's kind of high.
Yeah, 70%. And again, it may be selfish, which it is.
Well, you do a good job of still doing what you're supposed to do most of the time.
I do a good job. And that's exactly what this video was about. It's about giving, delivering, but also receiving.
And being intentional about it.
Yes, yeah. So even when you don't feel like it, it's still good to be intentional.
I didn't know his number was 70%. You got me fooled.
Well, I might be.
I don't even really care. Just keep doing your job.
Okay.
But here's the thing, really quickly, and we're gonna wrap this up. What I said to him, and this is something that I'm suggesting that you all use out there when you want to bring something to your partner and tell them about their impact on you or what you're observing. You want to give them some feedback. And here's what I say. I say, do I have permission to give you some feedback?
And what I said when we weren't recording was, I don't know.
Depends on what you're about to say.
So, but then I gave her permission. So go ahead.
And he gave me permission. And I want to pause and just focus on that sentence. do I have permission to give you some feedback? It's important. I do that not only in my relationship with my husband, I do that with lots of people when I want to give some feedback that may be a little sensitive, that may require some folks to stretch a bit or to be able to take in what I'm saying without feeling like oh, you're deflating me. I'm just trying to be honest and transparent. And I do that because when you ask someone for permission, it automatically lets them know that you respect them and you respect the process. That this is not about personalities or powers. It's really about authentic communication. So if you want to have authentic, real communication with the intention to get resolution, start out, if you're bringing something to someone's awareness that may be difficult or they may not want to hear, say, do I have your permission? Do I have permission to give you feedback? And automatically you set the dynamic up in such a way where they know that they've opened the door and they've allowed you into their house. And so now you can come in and sit down and you can speak. But when you come at somebody and say, let me tell you something. Oh, hold on. Let me let you know something. Oh, you know what? I've been thinking, and you haven't asked them for permission. You have not been invited into their mental house. You have not been invited into their emotional space. You have not been accepted into that place. And it makes a world of difference. So in doing that, what I share with my husband is that he impacts me. When we get into this, space where we're in a good, yummy place, and then I bring something to him that he ain't feeling because usually it's a task or something. I'm the taskmaster, I admit it. And then he gives me the, well, you don't do that. But but he gets in a place where, he kind of gets in a funky mood. He's walking around, he's being real curt. He's, it's just this energy. I can't help but get it on me. I've been trying for years to figure out how to shield myself and not be concerned and know that he'd be all right. But I'm impacted. So what did I do? I stepped out on faith. I had a little courage and I said, you impact me, babe. I wanted to stay on that vibe that we've been on. I wanted to ride that wave a little bit longer. And by your shifting like that over something that honestly was probably a little petty, you could choose to be in a funky zone over something a little deeper. It hurts my feelings. I want you to know you impact me. And when I said that to him and I talked about how I felt versus what he was doing so much, but how he impacted me, what did you say to me, sweetheart?
I said that, I apologize because you two impact me and impact me in such a way that when I hear that I'm negatively impacting you, it makes me stand still and pause and really become more aware of just the connection that we got and my responsibility in maintaining the connection. And I apologize for taking that for granted and not being mindful in the moment. And I love you, and I truly am sorry. You're my baby, and I'm going to make sure that I'm more mindful, more present, and try to minimize the number of man periods.
Minimize the number of man periods. All right, y'all. What's the lesson? Give feedback.
You was rough with that.
Well, I rubbed your mouth?
Yeah, you was lame.
Oh, sorry. Be intentional. Be intentional. Be intentional. Give feedback. Don't hold it in. So many of you hold it in. You never let it out. And then you expect somebody to read your mind. You got to say it, but you got to do it in a way where people can receive it, which means you have to be intentional. You have to use strategy. You have to pay attention to respecting the process. When you do that, oh my goodness, you're going to another level, not only in your own life, but in your relationships. And other folks will see you and say, oh, shoot, let me step my game up too. I gotta stop playing and start pushing.
Yesterday, you and me taking it as far as we can go without breaking it. No mysteries between us, no faking it. We got a chance to love forever. Do it for you, do it for me, do it for we, do it for us, do what we must, girl. Prove it to you, prove it to me. Finally find that one of a kind love. You'll never know how far you go before you know. Before you know, it ain't just for show. Me for you for me, eternally. You for me, eternally. Baby, do you feel this way too?